I told you guys when I was at the State of the Union address. I mean, I was relatively close to him. I was sitting on his left side, directly to his left side, so I could see behind the podium. He did not walk up easily to that podium. When he got to the podium, he immediately leaned on it. And you know how people will grab the sides of the podium and they'll sometimes lean on it? A lot of times they do that for emphasis or to have somewhere to put their hands or, for this. He actually needed to lean on it. I mean, I could see it from this. You can't hide it when they're in front of you like that. He can't have handlers up there right next to him when he's giving the State of the Union address. They can crop it and just do waist up and just have the podium in front of him for TV so it looks normal. But I was sitting to the side of him. Guys, he didn't look good then. This is even worse. He's sitting there on the world stage. And I get, yes, because I've already had some people, Dana, he traveled. Shut up. I don't care. That is irrelevant when you're talking about this level of a game. At this level, that's irrelevant. And it's not a game, really. At this level, it is irrelevant. I mean, this is, he looks horrible. He goes over to the Middle East to meet with these world leaders, to meet with King Abdullah of Jordan, to meet with Sisi out in Egypt. He was going to meet with Abbas, the head of the terrorist authority. He was going to meet, and Netanyahu. He was going to meet with all these leaders. All of the Arab leaders bailed on him. They didn't even give him 24-hour notice. He was already in the air halfway over there, and they bailed on him. All he could do was meet with Netanyahu. And then he tried to act like, well, I'm going to ask some questions. And he gave his stupid speech, blah, blah, blah. And then he announced, I don't even know. Like, this is audio soundbite 4. This is, what the hell is this? What is this?
Years ago, I asked the Secretary of State when he and I were working in the Senate to write something for him, and he said, he wrote a line that I think is appropriate. He said, it's not, we lead, not just, I won't go into it. I'll wait later. Taking too much time.
What the heck?
What is that? This is taking too much time. And here's his big tough talk. Audio soundbite 6. Here is President Sniffs McKidd's, his big message to anyone looking to exploit these hostilities.
We moved U.S. military assets to the region, including positioning the USS Ford Carrier Strike Group in the Eastern Mediterranean, with the USS Eisenhower on the way to defer further aggression against Israel and to prevent this conflict from spreading. The world will know that Israel is stronger than ever. And my message to any state or any other hostile actor thinking about attacking Israel remains the same as it was a week ago. Don't.
Really, that's it?
Don't.
You know what he needs to get? What he should have said is anyone who looks to increase or escalate these hostilities, we, in the form of American might, will stick our proverbial red, white, and blue boots so far up your backside that it's going to come out the top of your head. Any questions? He looked so weak. And then this, audio soundbite 8. And then I guess we're just going to fund the whole thing. Listen.
Today, I'm also announcing $100 million in new U.S. funding for humanitarian assistance in both Gaza and the West Bank.
So you can't just give money. Who runs Gaza, Kane? Who runs Gaza? The elected party that is who?
That is
Hamas. That's right. That's So we're funding it. Funding the whole damn thing. This guy. So it's bad. We have Democrats that are so obsessed with clinging to power. They don't care what placeholder they have to put in there to do it, even if it's a placeholder that makes us look weak and bad on the world stage. I've never seen ever any leaders, that's unprecedented to see leaders cancel on the president of the United States like that. And that is after you had the media promoting this story about the Gazan hospital. Actually, it was the parking lot that was hit because Hamas or whatever. Someone's like, it was Islamic jihad. It's all the same damn thing. As opposed to what? Presbyterian jihad, you stupid moron? As opposed to what? The Pentecostal jihad? We're going to braid your hair. I mean, what is what? Oh, jeez. So it's it's the same side of the stupid coin. It's all just one. There's all different sides of the stupid coin. It's all the same thing. You know, so they misfired a rocket. This isn't the first or 10th time that this has happened. I mean, and then they lied about it. So, and then there was, the IDF that's like, here's the audio of actual terrorists talking about how that was their rocket. Here's the video showing that the rocket literally was fired out of Gaza and it landed in Gaza. It never even was in Israeli airspace. Here's the geo-tracking. And all of the people, including some of these newly conservative people that just became conservative so they could grift the hell out of naive people. They're like, well, just last week it was we need to see some proof of them dead babies. Need to see some proof of the dead babies. We'd like to see some proof of that. I don't think, and they immediately didn't want to believe it, but then they eagerly run with these Hamas talking points like, 0 to nothing. Like I said, it's not the first time that they've ever misfired either. So you have the media that spread the lie, world leaders that also spread the lie. You had the World Health Organization that also spread the lie. The World Health Organization. Are we going to, by the way, the same people who pretend to be on the right that grift everyone, they're newly righty members. They still talk like progressives if you know what to look for, and they're grifting the absolute hell out of enough gullible people. It's sad, but it's true. You got to be hatefully suspicious of everything like me. You have to be a cynic. We're cynics. That's why, it works. We're cynics. But these people, they have been out there saying, oh, well, we're going to need proof of the dead babies. We don't believe any babies were killed. Oh, my gosh, what? They were also the same people that didn't want to believe the World Health Organization with COVID, but now suddenly they're eagerly believing the World Health Organization. The same World Health Organization that lied to you about COVID all of a sudden wants to repeat Hamas talking points, and these grifters are like, oh, yeah, it must be true. I mean, this is blood libel. That's what it is. And it's not the first time that they've killed their own people with rocket fire. More than 1/5 of the 1,000 rockets that they had fired towards Israel literally failed and landed in Gaza, and they caused 1/3 of the deaths. You should go back and look at the time that they misfired a rocket and it landed in a school or it landed in an apartment complex. I mean, it's not like they have a lot of infrastructure anyway. Hamas likes to go in and strip everything out so they can make their bombs because Hamas doesn't care about the people in Gaza. The only thing that Hamas cares about is killing Jews.